We may watch the fat in our diet, but give little thought to what happens to waste cooking oil and fat, especially when it's poured down the drain. Deep below London streets, the results are all too clear. This is what happens to leftover fat which goes down the plug hole. It cools and becomes fatbergs, which clog up the city sewers.
Disgusting, yeah, it is.
Now the waste oil and fat is to be used to power a new electricity plant, making life easier for flushers like Rob Smith.
Every couple of months we come through and we'll flush that through. If it doesn't happen on a storm, if it doesn't happen naturally, flushing it out means that we have to pump the downstream sewer down to get the level down below the pipe levels, so that we've got a clear avenue for the fat to go through, because fat will just float on the top of the sewage.
Behind me is just 2 months build-up of fat that's been caught here in the sewer. It actually doesn't smell as bad as you'd expect down here. In fact, the overwhelming smell is fat. It costs Thames Water £10 million a year to clear blockages, and half of them are caused by fat. In future, they want to collect waste fogs, fat, oils and grease directly from fat traps under the sinks of 10,000 restaurants. That will power the world's biggest fat-fuelled power station. It'll be built in East London, says Simon Evans from Thames Water.
That will be right next to our Beckton sewage works, and that will, all the electricity that produces will run the plant, and everything that we don't use will be pushed out to the national energy supply grid, and it will go to run homes and businesses in the area. We've agreed to help provide up to half of the fuel in the form of fat that they will need to run the station, and more importantly, we've agreed to purchase 60% of the power that it puts out.
Developer 2OC has to get the power plant up and running by the 1st of April 2015 to qualify for full government subsidies. And the project is expected to be closely watched by other major cities, keen to slim down their fat deposits.